When I went to college, 1950, I graduated, went to college, and I became more vocal. But the situation was very relaxed. It was not as it is today. You be a Muslim or not Muslim, an atheist, no big deal in those days. But I generally say, oh, I'm atheist, big deal. Nobody said, that's the way it was at that time. So see, it was a very secular environment at that time. I'm talking about 1950, 55. That time in India, Hindus, Muslims live together. But God is not something one pay much attention. I mean, it may be a big deal for you, for a society. It was not something that people can hang on to that. It's very different at that time. So that to me, the truly non-religious secular society. I lived in Pakistan 5 years. 55 I went to Pakistan. 60 I came to America. 68 I went to Pakistan. Still at that time we were quite liberal in terms of nobody was talking about religion or something like that. But there was something interesting. There was a lot of madrasas opening up different locations. Not very many. And my brother had told me something bothers him. He was a commissioner of income tax. So he was a very open, liberal person. He said that these little madrasas are opening other places. He thinks something is going to happen. These children will be turned into fanatics and they'll be used. I mean, that was no Jamaat Islami, no IS, but he was, for some reason, he has an insight that these things change into become a monster. So I went to Pakistan 2 or 3 times, never went back to India until 2001. One thing I noticed when I went to India, that all the mosques were teeny small mosques, and these are becoming skyrocketing. These 3-4 story building. This building can become, mosque has become big, gigantic, and the people are poor. So I wonder why Muslims in India are not well off, are more poor than they were, and the mosques are giving, skyrocketing. Until I knew later that the money is coming from Saudi Arabia, they are giving all the money. So can you imagine? And many people are poor, they send children to mosque, they have madrasa, they give free room and board. So India is the same thing, going in the same direction. Muslim in India are moving the same radicalization like Pakistan. When I came to America in early 1960, I came here. At that time, things were, among my Muslim friends, nobody was upset about it. I have a feeling of atheism, but they were not concerned about these things. As a matter of fact, they asked me to lead prayer. I was in 3rd years of my college in India, in Patna, where I come from, 53, 54. And at that time, I was writing an article on cosmology. At that time, cosmology was not a word. It's a new word. They use astronomy, astrophysics. Cosmology is a new word. But I wrote an article on the outer space, star and all that. And I ended that article with a killing line with mention, man will no longer believe in the man-made God, something like that. So that was a ending line. That whole thing was about, I'm trying to develop a scene of, so young I was, trying to make an idea, think people, the cosmos, environment, skies, stars, galaxies. Here I'm taking people, and we are sitting in a little world of, Jannat and Dorzak and all that. And so I was opening the horizon of mind. Where the God fit in? Because Muslim God was very limited, within this place. So that was my way to open the consciousness of people. When I had this cancer, I was very conscious. I said, I'm going to die. But at that time, I never thought of God or dying. There's no fear of death. And normally what happens, people at that stage, at cancer, dying and all that, they go back to religion. That didn't happen to me.